Hi guys, this is Ajay and you're watching Technology. So let me start with one thing that you have seen in my previous video, right? What all I have explained you. I just gave you a brief introduction and then we have come up with the design. So now what I am going to show in this part, that we are going to come with a circuit diagram. So it's like a curiosity for each and everyone that whatever we have done, then what kind of component we have used and what kind of circuit diagram we have built. So let me start with the circuit diagram. So as you can see here in the front side there is a part where I have just made up the 4 parts. I'll be explaining you one by one. So how it will be like, because you should not get confused, right? What all I have connected and what all device I am using. So let me start with a power supply. So actually the whole model power supply is going to get through the battery, because it is a portable and we have to carry it anywhere. It's not like that AC supply we have to give and we have to work on a one particular location. So what we have used is, we have used first of all Lipo battery, so that it is of 10,000 mAh and 12 volt. So what actually it will be doing, it will be giving us power supply to my whole 4 motors, 4-wheeler drive which I have placed at the bottom, that all the 4 motors are going to forward and reverse run on this particular Lipo battery. And then in a side you can see there is a buck converter. So what actually the buck converter does, it used to convert that 12 volt supply into 5 volt, and then that 5 volt is been given to the all NodeMCUs and then relay module wherever it is been required. So that I have just created one of the module also. We have connected jumpers in a series manner, so that every connection will be going for the 5 volt and a ground connection, that is -1. And then at the start only, I'll just finish off my starting part only, that is at front side what all components are there. Actually there is only battery, there is a charger and one relay module you can see of 4 channel, and on side buck converter. So what I have used is, I have used a 3 relay module here. One is of 8 channel, one is of 4 channel and one is of 4 channel. So what actually this all relay module does is, it used as a switching device. So I have used as a switching for motors also, as well as for lights, for fans control, for my forward and reverse motor direction also. I have used a relay module only. So how I have done, when you come side across, there you can see there is a breadboard and there will be lot of wiring connection are there here. But what actually it is like, when you see this all wiring and all, you will be getting lot of confused that what connection I have done, which pin I have used. So for that what I have done is, I have placed a pin description and even a circuit diagram in my description, so that you can just go through that, you can just refer that, and you can connect all your devices by referring through the circuit diagram. So next up what I will be explaining you, that whatever the circuit I have just made, there is a breadboard and there is a 3 NodeMCUs which are placed on the top of that. So actually that all the 3 NodeMCUs are being connected with each other. So as I can say, there is nothing like that all the NodeMCUs have to give different password, different Wi-Fi name, not like that. I just gave a one server, I just have defined everything in one, and there is only one user, one controller, so that whole circuit is being controlled only by one. But I have just placed a controller many, because the only NodeMCU is having only D0 to D8 pin number. So we have to convert the forward and reverse direction of our motor. So it requires 2 pins for the forward and 2 pins for the reverse. So 4 pins actually it is being going for 2 motors, and then again 4 pins for again 2 motors. So whatever the draw system we have done, all the 4 draw system, in that 2 motors will be given for one relay module of 4 channel, and then another 2 motors will be giving for another 4 channel relay module. So you can see there, when I just go from the circuit to the from the controller to the next up for the relay module, there is a 8 channel relay placed, where we have connected all the drawer motors to this particular 8 channel relay. So the 4 pins of the 8 channel relay is been connected to the first NodeMCU, so that 2 motors D1 and D2 is been controlled by this starting 4 channel relay. And then again whatever the 4 channel are there in that 8 channel relay module, that is been connected to the second NodeMCUs. So it will be controlling 2 another motors of my drawer, forward and reverse. And then when we go at the back side of our this one design, there is one more NodeMCU placed, and there is a 4-channel relay. What does that 4-channel relay is? It is for the base connection. So whatever my base motors are there, 4-wheeler drive, that is being controlled with that one controller and then that relay module. Next up, you can see that as you all go over that, you will be having buck converters, and then you will be having the battery cells I have used. So I have used 3 cells there where I have connected in a series manner. So one cell is having of 3.7 volt and will be connected a series. It will be giving me around 11 to 12 volt of power supply, so that it is been connected in a series, and that supply is given for one relay module, and one more 3 cell I have used, that is given for another relay module. So as we have distributed all the power supply, because when we give one particular connection from one power supply, that will be not distributed actually, right? How we required, what type of power supply is required, that is not been defined. Next, you can see that as I told you, this 4-channel relay is being controlled with the one controller, that is for the base connection. So next, there is a part that is of power supply. So it's not like sufficient to use only a Lipo battery and get all the power supply to my whole circuit, because what actually does is it used to get a lot of wastage. When there is a flow of power, there will be a lot of wastage due to the resistance. So what I have actually used is I have used another 2 batteries, so that for my other relay module, for the drawer system, I have used 1 battery, and then for my this one light and all the one motor which is there at the top for the tab movement, that is being used as the other circuit. So what I have done is I have used, instead of using a Lipo battery of high cost, I just brought with the small cells that will be all, one cell will be of 3.7 volt, so that when we connect into a series, it will come as a 12 volt, and even there will be a 2200 mAh one particular cell, so that you can just see that what kind of mAh also it is giving. It is me giving 2 ampere also power supply. And then next up, what I have done is the 3 cells which I have used, that is been connected for one relay module, and then again one more 3 cells which I have been connected in a series, and that is given for another relay. So just you got a basic idea of whole circuit, that how I have connected all the device. I just shown you each and every step, but actually you will be getting that more clear when you see in my description the circuit diagram which I have given, so that you will be getting a clear picture what all connection you have to do, where all you have to connect all the devices, and then you can go for the further steps. So let me tell you one more thing about my this circuit is the whatever we have done a wiring, there is a single strand wire we have used, so that all the connection is been with a single strand wire, and we have placed a switches also. We have done it as a manual, even as a automatic, so that whenever you can see here there is a box like structure we have done. So in this box there are switches. There is a plenty number of switches. You can see there is a 8 switch upward, and there is a down of again 4 switches, so that all the 8 switches are being controlled for the motors of a drawer, forward and reverse, and then again 4 switches are being controlled for the lights for one more motor which is there at the top. So this all I have just shown you about all the circuit diagram, and this was the whole circuit video which I have just placed in front of you.